You know, after this one, I really think Marvel's finally starting to listen. What's going on, guys? Fantastic Four First Steps is the latest MCU entry in the last Marvel movie of the year, but also the first film to kick off Phase 6. But considering we've had more bad than good from Marvel lately, how well did Fantastic Four hold up? Actually, really well. I had a lot of fun with this one. Before we continue, there will be some spoilers, but I'll put a warning on the screen when that time comes. Like I said, I had fun with this one. They call this group Marvel's first family for a reason, and you can really feel that family dynamic all throughout the film. The relationship between Reed and Sue actually felt authentic, like a true husband and wife. At no point did it feel like Sue was trying to be a girl boss or overshadow Reed. On the contrary, there were several moments where Reed leaned on her opinion when making important decisions for the team. Continuing on the topic of relationships, I also loved the dynamic between Ben and Johnny. It felt like something pulled right out of the comics. The playful bickering and the big brother, little brother energy was a highlight. Each actor really fit their role and it showed. You could tell they enjoyed making this movie. It didn't come off like they just read the script and showed up for a paycheck. Now, Pedro Pascal. I actually didn't mind him at all. When he popped up in the opening scene, I braced myself to be annoyed every time he showed up. But I ended up really enjoying his take on Reed. That's not to say I wouldn't have liked someone else in the role, but Pedro delivered a pretty comic accurate Mr. Fantastic. So Pedro, great job. Let's talk about Shia LaBeouf and Galactus. With Shia LaBeouf, two things can be true. One, she was okay, not as bad as I thought she'd be. And two, I still would have preferred Norrin Radd in her place. That said, she really didn't ruin the film at all. I actually would have liked to see a little bit more from her character. There's also a scene with her in a wormhole. If you've seen it, you know. That was a pretty cool moment. And after 18 years, we finally get a comic accurate Galactus. He actually felt menacing, like a true cosmic threat. Once he was introduced, I genuinely didn't know how the team was going to beat him. And I like that feeling. It makes the movie feel like there's genuine stakes. The biggest standout for me though, has to be Johnny Storm. I love that each member of the team actually has something meaningful to do, but Johnny's role felt especially vital to the plot. It was also cool to see him involved in the science scenes. In a lot of versions, Johnny is usually portrayed as this playboy, immature goofball. And while he's definitely not on Reed or Tony's level intellectually, I like how Marvel gave his character more balance this time around. Honestly, I can't wait to see Human Torch and Spider-Man interact one day. Now with that being said, this movie of course wasn't perfect. For example, I wanted more from Ben. His love interest subplot was fine, but I wish he had a little bit more to do overall. I also wanted more scenes between Ben and Reed. One of the most well-known things about these two is their pre-Fantastic Four friendship. And while this movie in particular wasn't an origin story, it would have been nice to actually see that friendship, rather than just one line explaining how they're best friends. Franklin Richards, I thought his inclusion would be a distraction, but it wasn't. He's actually the central point of the plot, so it made sense. The CGI was a bit iffy in places, but once you get used to it, it's fine. It's hard to expect flawless VFX when you're animating action scenes around a baby, so I get it. One part that confused me about the plot was Johnny's recordings. The movie doesn't really explain how he got them, and they end up being important. It felt like a plot convenience that came out of nowhere, like it was just thrown in to move the story along. Now for the mid-credit scene. Honestly, it was just meh. Not because of the online spoilers, we all know people can't keep secrets nowadays, but because it just lacked punch. Doom's cameo felt more like a checkbox. The Latverian Easter egg was cool, but the scene itself didn't do much for me. For example, when Thanos popped up in the mid-credit scenes of Age of Ultron, it actually felt earned. The moment of finally seeing Thanos actually had weight after 7 years of movie build-up. Here, it felt like Marvel just said, well, we have to include Doom somehow, it's a Fantastic Four movie. It didn't make me any more excited for Doomsday, but I will say, I can't wait to see these characters again. This was a solid start to Phase 6. At this point, Marvel just needs to ride the momentum straight into Avengers Doomsday. So for the Night Sky score, I'm giving Fantastic Four First Steps a 7.5 out of 10. And to go along with that score, they're going to get some words from LeBron himself.
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
But if you've seen Fantastic Four, what did you think? Is this the best MCU movie ever? Personally, I wouldn't go that far, but it's definitely Phase 2 or 3 worthy, for sure. Let's talk about it in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe. Keep believing, keep breathing, and as always, keep pushing peace. I'll catch you guys in the next one.